But if you want to go from that 50 shillings to 5,000 shillings for a single article, then you need to make sure. Hey guys, what is going on? This is Wycliffe from TechHood254.
And I'm Rita Njiru.
So this is the channel where we help you learn how to make money online in Kenya the legit way. In this video, we're going to be talking to you about how you can make money online, and we're going to be telling you a method that we have been using for over 4 years to make money consistently every single week, every single month. And so I want you guys to pay close attention, because this video, watching it all the way to the end, is going to help you. So if you're new to the channel, kindly consider subscribing if you like videos on how to make money online. And also don't forget to hit the bell icon so that we can send you a notification whenever we publish a new video. So the method that we're talking about is a really lucrative method, and it's a method that if you start today will probably work for you forever, for as long as the internet is available. Okay, and so this method that we're talking about is creating blog content and creating articles for clients. So before we even tell you what you need to know about making money online as a content writer, let me just share with you why this method is an awesome and a method that you need to consider. The first thing about content writing or creating content for blogs is that there are thousands upon thousands of websites that are going live every single day. Now, if you've watched one of our previous videos that we talked about right here on YouTube, then you know that there's more than 500,000 websites that are going live every single day. Now, each of these websites has probably gotten a part of it that requires content, and this is the blog. For instance, you can go online right now and look for content on Google, how to make money online in Kenya, whether it's through article writing or whether it's through whatever. The information on these blogs is written by people just like yourself. And this is something that is, it's never going to end, because people require more information, and it's not seasonal. Something like academic writing is something that's seasonal, because you might find that certain times people aren't in school and things like that. But content writing, especially if you venture into blogging, it's not seasonal, and it's something that can go for forever, for as long as people need to learn any kind of information. And so there are various niches that anybody could go into. Us, we're in the how to make money online space and digital entrepreneurship and innovation, but you can blog about just about anything that your mind can think of. You can write about hair, you can write about makeup and beauty and health and fitness, anything, and you can use this to make significant amounts of money for yourself. But even before you get to blogging for yourself, you have to understand how all of this works. And before you get to making the kind of figures that we've shown you on this channel before, you need to know what does it actually take from you as a content writer to be able to make this amount of money. So in this video, we're going to be sharing with you what you need to do, or what you need to have as a person to be able to get to this particular height or level of making significant cash.
So for the last 4 years plus, there are a few things that we have learned about content writing, because we've been doing it for a significant period of time. And one of them is that you need to have a good command of the English language. Now, a lot of people think that everyone who speaks English well can write English as well, but this is not always the case, because writing and spoken English can sometimes be different, because writing requires skills. So there are different types of writing, and as you embark on the article writing space or the content writing space, you will discover that there are different styles of writing, and you need to know about these different styles depending on who you're working for or which client you're catering to. So for example, there are some clients who want their products reviewed on their blogs, and this means that when it comes to doing this kind of work, you need to know about that style of writing. So having a good command of the English language while you're writing is so important. You need to know about things like the kind of introduction you need to write, how do you write, how do you structure your sentences, how do you use abbreviations, something that a lot of people struggle with. So when you get into the article writing industry, you will have to remember some of the things you actually learned in primary school about even abbreviations, something that a lot of people have already forgotten. So it takes time, and it takes time because you need skills. Do not assume. Something that we've learned is that do not assume you know how to write. Do not assume. It's better if you just polish up your skills. If you've been really good over time but you've not written over a long period of time, write a few articles. Start writing a few articles. Start going through different blogs. See how different people are writing. See how different people from the US are writing, from the UK, how are they writing, because you'll realize that the US English is so different from the UK English. There are some few words in our English, like the Kenyan English, which is influenced by the UK. The words, how we write our words, can be different from how the US, the people in the United States write, which means that if you have a client in the United States, you need to learn a few things about some words on like how do they spell some words, which can be different from how you do. So that's like how you need to have a good command of the English language in all aspects.
Exactly. Having a command of the English language is very important. Understanding that this grammar is a big deal. So you might want to start content writing and you feel like, okay, I saw these guys post, that they made, 5,000 shillings by writing one blog post. And you feel that that's something that you can do. We're not saying you can't do it, but if you don't have the skill, or if you don't pick up learning that grammatical part of it, it's going to be next to impossible for you to even land a job by somebody that's offering jobs here locally. So that's something that you need to take really seriously. And so the next thing is people need to have tenacity. You need to have a lot of grit in you. You need to have a lot wanting to succeed. You have to know that nothing happens overnight and you don't get this, delivered to you on a silver platter. When we were starting out with content writing, we knew of people that were actually making money with working online, and they were doing different kinds of writing online. Some of them were doing academic writing, and they were making thousands of dollars in weeks. And so this is something that really interested us. We got a lot of interest in this, and we thought, okay, if people are actually doing this, then we can actually do this ourselves. And this was right after we were, about to finish college. And so we thought that it was something that we could do, and we believed we could do it. But where most people actually end up failing is that they don't have the tenacity, or let me say the focus and the grit required to succeed in this industry. So for example, let's say you've bought a tutorial from us or from anyone. We offer a tutorial that teaches newbies how to create content, or how to write, how to start from scratch all the way to an expert, where you can actually, apply for jobs. And it shares with you even how to create the perfect application email. And so sometimes we find that several people buy this tutorial and they give up even after a single week. And this is something that is really disheartening, especially for us, because we've been to the place where we've made applications and have had people not respond to those applications for more than 2 weeks. And so this is something you have to really understand. If you're going to make money online in Kenya, and we're not advocating for you to just look for, short-term, stuff that you can do. Those are good. It's good to have multiple streams of income. It's good to have a side hustle. But content writing, like we've already said, is something that can help you to make money online in Kenya long term. And it's not just here. People are doing this across the globe and making thousands of dollars with this. And so if you have the passion, or if you have the grit that you want to do this, you're going to realize that it's not going to happen overnight. You have to learn that skill. It takes time to learn the skill, but it's worth it, because you'll find that even in times when other people are probably losing their jobs, when you get to a point where you're writing content for yourself on your own blog, you cannot not have money, because there's Google AdSense that you can use to monetize your own blog. There's affiliate marketing that you can use to monetize your own blog. You can also sell digital products. And so this means that once you've capitalized on growing out your skill over this period of time, you won't be in a position where you're struggling, or you're waiting for the next big thing, or the next referral program that you can do. And so you need to have that grit, you need to have that tenacity if you're going to succeed in this industry.
Yeah. Alafu, another thing, this one even I have to speak in Kiswahili because it's dangerous. So another thing you need to remember if you are in the content writing space. So when we were starting out, the first jobs that we got in the article writing space were not so so complicated. They were more of a simple kind of writing. You just needed simple writing skills at that time. Then eventually, as we continued, we got another job which now required more of like knowledge on SEO. SEO is search engine optimization, and the writing style changed, and it became more strict, more complicated. Now, research skills, you need to have great research skills, because let me tell you, if you are assuming you're going to get paid a lot of money or get the high paying clients, and you're lazy when it comes to like going through content on Google, reading through different blog contents, going through different people's articles on Medium, if you're that kind of person, let me tell you right now, it's going to be so difficult for you to make it in this industry. Research is so important in this industry because there's something called plagiarism. Now, plagiarism is a sin in this industry.
Capital sin.
So if you deliver plagiarized work to whether it's your client, first of all, if it's a direct client, you're going to lose that client just like that. If it's an employer who has an account and you give that person plagiarized work means, so you wrote an article like some few weeks back or some few days back, and then you decide, no, me, I will not think about research. I can't just research 1,000 word article and I go through all that stress of research. I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to just pick up random paragraphs from even some articles online and just copy and paste. Even though that article is in page 3 or 4 or 5 of Google pages, and you think someone is not going to realize that that is plagiarized work, that is going to make you lose that job like that. If you want to be really good at article writing and succeed when it comes to content writing, you have to love research. And even though you don't love it right now, teach yourself how to love research, because you will do a lot of it, because that is how you create unique content. That is how you come up with beautiful writing styles, because you get to read so many blog contents that other people are writing, so you're learning as well. And when you pick up those styles and incorporate it in your writing, it becomes something that your target audience will want to read over and over again. And that's why you see there's some people on Upwork or even on Fiverr who have clients who do not want to hire anyone else but them. Why? Because they have decided that I'm going to become the best at this, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to produce some of the best content that are to be posted on different websites. So you have to have really good research skills, because that can save you like a lot of money and time, and you're going to get the high paying clients if you do that.
Yep. So the next thing that you need to do, or the next thing that you need to have if you want to succeed at content writing or article writing, is attention to detail. This is a huge problem for many people. And we say this not because we're just saying it, but because we've actually seen that it's a huge problem for several people. We've been, uh, offering our tutorial online now for a really long time. And so this tutorial is aimed at helping you start out as a newbie. And so one of the prerequisites for, getting this tutorial is making sure that you're the perfect candidate for it so that it can assist you in reaching your goals. And so we usually have what is called frequently asked questions section that most people just would prefer not to read. When we talk about how to make money online in Kenya, and we share with you on the videos here that we've made, $500 in a single week by creating content, most people only look at that figure and they don't go and look at, okay, this is what needs to happen. Attention to detail is so important because when you're creating content or when you're writing articles, there's things called instructions that you're going to be given by your employer. And if you don't handle those instructions the right way, guess what happens? You lose the job. Sometimes some employers will even tell you to make an application with a specific word. And so what is going to happen if you're not somebody who pays attention to detail and you only notice the cash? Let's say the person is on Upwork or on any platform. They say that, hey, I have a budget of $1,000 and I'm looking for somebody who can, create articles on this, and that. But they tell you that to make your application, make sure that you include the word banana anywhere in your application. Guess what? You can write good content. You can create amazing articles. But since you didn't see that this word needs to be included, you just lost that money like that. And so this is what happens when you don't pay attention to detail. In the world of content writing, in the world of article writing, it's a big deal. You have to pay attention to the instructions that you're given. You have to pay attention to the research that you're doing, like she's talked about. This research, when you become a lover of research, even if you feel like you don't love it, I'm pretty sure you love living a good life. And so you should probably do whatever it's going to take if you are going to use this avenue of content writing to help you live a good life by making an income that is worth your time. Because if you don't pay attention to detail, if you don't do your research, what's going to happen is you're going to get stuck at that low level where people are going to be giving you jobs that whether you write them in Swahili or your mother tongue, they don't really care as long as they have an article and they'll pay you 50 bob for that. Not that 50 bob is bad. We've even written articles for that amount of money when we were getting started. And that goes back to, having that tenacity. But if you want to go from that 50 shillings to 5,000 shillings for a single article, then you need to make sure that you're following the steps and you're taking action with these things that we're talking about.
Yeah, and all these things are so important. So before you even think about which website is going to pay me more, or which website can I apply for to get content writing jobs, or are you really cut out for this kind of job? That is the first question you should always ask yourself. Are you cut out for this kind of job? Do you have what it takes? Can you do what it takes to thrive in this kind of industry? It's so lucrative, and you know that because there's so many people succeeding in this. So people are doing very well in this industry. But are you going to be that kind of a person who is going to make excuses, or are you going to be the kind of person that takes action? You should always ask yourself that, because at the end of the day, who is it benefiting? It's you at the end of the day.
Yeah. You need to be the kind of person that takes action, because this is solely for you. So let me just, let me end this video by talking about a certain attitude that some people have. And so she's touched on this. Some people go online and they look for, how to make $100 every single day, or how to make money while I sleep, or how to make money, how to make, 5,000 shillings in Kenya or whatever. And your mentality is that this is going to happen with you doing nothing. Let me just give you something here for free. If that's what you think is going to happen, then you need to do yourself a favor and find something else to do, because it doesn't work like that. Anybody that is promising you that you're going to make that kind of money or a lot of money, or if you get into this with that mentality, you're making yourself the perfect victim for a scam, because scammers love it when you're desperate. Scammers love it when you come out and tell them, hey, I have no job, I don't know what to do, and they will create the perfect scheme to get you hooked on whatever it is they're selling, whatever referral program they have, and you'll get stuck in that rut of always promoting some referral program that there's really no product to it, and waiting for the next thing. Get a skill, change your mindset, have an attitude for success, and an attitude for success is doing whatever it takes to make sure that you are getting paid. And by whatever it takes in moral kind of way, because on this channel we don't promote scammy stuff, we don't promote any kind of fishy stuff. So we don't advise that you go out there and do fishy, scammy stuff to make money.
Yeah. So please like this video, share, subscribe, and see you on the next one. Bye.
See ya.